So I remember it was, I believe, October of 2022. This was a couple months after I graduated from high school, and I remember just working at this CVS, just feeling pretty depressed, feeling unmotivated, not really feeling my best. I really missed wrestling, and I just missed my teammates, and I just missed competition and everything like that. So I was pretty depressed, man, and it just didn't help having to go to work from 8 to 3, working for a manager that absolutely hated my guts, working with other people that also just hated my guts. And I was just really thinking, like, how did my life get to this point? And I was just depressed at this time. Like, I really was not feeling good. Now, one day while I'm working, I'm a cashier. I'm checking out these like fucking Karens that are just so annoying with the coupons. Like, I hate Karens, but I'm just checking people out. And out of nowhere, I see my off-season wrestling coach that used to train me at this wrestling club that I used to go to in the off-season. So I remember seeing him. He greeted me. He's like, "Hey, Danny, how's everything? I hope you're doing good. I hope you're doing great." And I'm telling him, like, "Yeah, I'm doing great." Obviously I wasn't doing great. But I told him that I really miss wrestling. And this is when he told me, "Oh, why don't you join this kickboxing gym that's around the area?" And he was pretty much telling me about this new gym and everything like that was just around the area. He like knew the coach and everything. And I was like pretty interested. And he ended up giving me the coach's number. And I called the coach and I told him I was really interested. He told me to just come in, try out the class, see if I like it. And I remember just coming in for the first day of class. I remember kind of being a bit intimidated, but the coach was obviously very nice. And I remember him just helping me with the hand wraps, and he gave me some gloves. And that was my first day, man. And pretty much at that time, my gym was pretty much just strictly like boxing and Muay Thai. Boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai. Kickboxing and Muay Thai are like kind of the same thing, but it was pretty much those sports. And at this time, striking was something really new for me because obviously I came from grappling. Wrestling is grappling, so I came from that time period, but striking was something really new for me. So yeah, I started off doing kickboxing. Now, a lot of you guys are a little bit confused and are probably overthinking, "Oh, what type of gym should I join? What type of martial art gym should I do? Should I do this? Should I do that?" So I'm here to really just make the decision for you. First off, it really doesn't matter what you do. You can start off with wrestling, jiu-jitsu, you could start off with boxing, Muay Thai. It really doesn't matter at the end of the day. You're still doing a martial art. You're still getting the same benefits. And as a matter of fact, if you're training that martial art, so if you're training, for example, wrestling, maybe you've been doing wrestling for like 1 to 2 years, and you decide to transfer into boxing, well, it's not going to be that hard of a transition because with all of these martial arts, they kind of all connect together because all of these martial arts, they require athleticism, speed, etc. And probably the benefits that you've gotten from wrestling will transfer to boxing. So it really doesn't matter what you start off with at the end of the day. However, I do have a couple suggestions. So for example, like if you're in high school, and I know a lot of teenagers, for example, they can't really afford a gym membership. They can't afford their local martial arts gym, which is perfectly fine. So what I would really try to do is look at your school and see if they have a wrestling team. And I would start off with wrestling because wrestling is like the hardest sport ever, but it will like really prepare you, dude. It will explode your athleticism and it will carry on into other sports. So I would definitely try to see like if your school has a wrestling team. If they don't, then I would try to see if like y'all maybe have like a boxing club or something like that. And if you don't as well, then look around the area, see if there's a gym maybe that would offer a free membership if you're like below the age of 18. That's something that I would try to do. I know there's like a couple boxing gyms, not in my town, but I know in the city, like kind of close to me, they have like 1 or 2 gyms that pretty much offer free classes for teenagers. So you could definitely try that out. But if you can't even find that, I would really just try to find a gym that's just cheap. So for example, if you find like a boxing gym that's maybe like 150, but then you find like a jiu-jitsu gym that's 120, then I would just probably do the jiu-jitsu gym if you want to save like a bit of money. But ultimately, I would just pick what piques your curiosity. So if boxing really piques your curiosity, start off with boxing. If jiu-jitsu piques your curiosity, start off with jiu-jitsu. But I'm just here to tell you, it really doesn't matter at the end of the day what martial art that you do. it really doesn't matter. And like I said, like if you train a martial art for 1 to 2 years, you can carry it on to another martial art really easily, because most martial arts have the exact same benefits, and the athleticism that you get from one martial art can really transfer to another martial art easily. So either way, I'm just here to really tell you guys, don't overthink, just pick whatever martial art that you want to do and just get started. Now, one of the biggest struggles for martial artists is mindset. Without a good mindset, at the end of the day, you're pretty much fucked. So that's why I built this brand new course called the Fighter Mindset, where pretty much I help you build an indestructible mindset and dominate in competition. So check it out. Link is first thing in the description below. If you enjoy content like this, make sure to subscribe, and remember, my boys, stay active, stay busy, and most of all, stay hungry.